Everybody back to practicallyandroid.com, where we go through practical and beneficial ways to use your Android in everyday life. So today we're going to go over barcode scanners. Now we're all familiar with barcodes. We've seen them, at the grocery store, at the retail store, or whatever. But how would you use them in your daily life? So I'm actually going to show you. Now I use what's called barcode scanner. You can go into the market and just type in barcode scanner, and you'll see a ton of them. This just the one that just is barcode scanner. For me, does the best job. So I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. Now your screen is just going to be black, and that's just because, or when you're watching this video, just because it, for some reason I was hoping that it would show you what I see, but it doesn't. It just does a black screen. But when you're using this app, you're actually going to see, it's kind of like the camera is on, and then that little red line in the middle like you're seeing now. So I'm going to scan a couple of things. The first thing I'm going to scan is a book. Bink. There we go. So as you can see, what happens whenever you scan a barcode, it's going to put the picture, it's going to put the number on the top, and then product search, book search, search contents, and Google Shopper. So and this is cool. The options that it gives you on the bottom, they change according to what it reads, and you'll see that in just a second. But that's really cool. So then you can hit book search or product search or whatever, and start finding something that it'll either tell you more about the product or prices where you can buy them at a discount, which is awesome. So what I do is I go through and I'll take my little Android phone and I'll take pictures of all the books that I need to buy, and then go home and buy them for way cheaper because they totally rip you off at the bookstore. So I mean, if you only remember one thing from this video, just remember, don't buy books at the bookstore because they rip you off. So anyway, and so the next thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to scan another barcode here. Now I'm scanning this one upside down on purpose. Hold on, we need more light. There we go. Just to show you that it doesn't matter. Now Johnny's Great Caesar garlic spread. I love this stuff. So another way you can use your barcode scanner is to scan food or a product that and this wouldn't make any sense to do it for high turnover items like milk or eggs, whatever, something you're getting every other week. But this garlic spread is awesome. I love it. I put it on everything, and I think my wife doesn't like me to put it on everything, but I do. When I cook, she knows that this is probably going somehow into what we eat. But this is something that lasts us for like, I don't know, 3-4 months. And so, and typically I can get it cheaper online, so I'll just scan it and order it online, and that's awesome. So that's something you can do. Another thing you can do is, I remember, I think last April, we moved, and we went to Target to get some desks, and I was just scanning all the barcodes to see, if I could get better prices online, or make sure that the prices that just to kind of gauge and get a reference point to make sure that the prices that they were offering for the desks were competitive, because it's good to save money often. So that's what we try to do. So, excuse me. So that is some ways you can use a barcode scanner that's really nice, and there may be more. Hopefully I'm just kind of whetting your taste with this, and you guys can take off and run and find new cool different ways to use a barcode scanner. And I'm going to show you one last way you can use a barcode scanner, and that's with scanning a QR code. Now you may or may not have seen these before, but they're basically a square with a weird pattern of little black and white squares all throughout. And these QR codes you can record. Let me go back here. You can, basically a barcode, it has a set of numbers embedded into it. Well, with QR codes, it's the same concept. You can embed numbers, you can embed links, you can embed phrases. So, for example, my Brazilian counterpart, Rudy, he did an article last week about QR codes, and I'm going to scan one of those now. So here we go. Bam! Practicallyandroid.com. Now he made this, so if people just scan this, it takes them right to practicallyandroid.com. So notice in the bottom, the options it's giving me is to open the browser, share via email, or share via text message. Pretty cool, right? The options change. And a lot of people have asked me, like, hey, what is that little box of squares? I know it has to do with my mobile phone, but how do I use it? Well, now you know. Pretty cool. Now, before I finish, I want to show you some of the settings or some of the functionalities of this app that I really like. So, history. I'm going to tap on history. Now, it shows you all the things that you have scanned, which is pretty cool. And then you can send it to yourself. So this is what I would do at the bookstore. I would just like email them to myself, and then go home and buy them all and save like $1,000 because they rip you off. Screw the bookstores. But anyway, that's it, you guys. I hope you have found this enjoyable and useful. If you have any other ways that you've used barcode scanners, put them in the comment below. Let's get our creative juices flowing, if you will. Or if you have a question about anything, just let us know as well. And always remember, for a more practical life, practicallyandroid.com. Take care, y'all.